Everything that I do or I've done has been based on what I was taught right here at 1202. I am Deborah Owens Parker. I am the 10th of 12 children born to Sara and Huey Owens. My mother was my father's queen. She was a true matriarch. She's never worked. She worked at home. One of the hardest jobs you'll have, raising 12 children. And if you look at my mother, you would not think she was 93 years old. She's witty. She's smart. She talks more junk than you could imagine. Mama was always here. She's always here now.
I've been here all my life, and everything that happened to me has happened in at this house. I had a good husband. I had one of the best husbands a woman could have.
He was a man of few words, but very thought-provoking. He was a patriarch, a true patriarch. He taught us two basic things. He would say that you are no better than anybody else, but you're just as good. The other lesson was you roll over in sugar twice before you let somebody be nicer to you than you are to them. He was a recording artist, beautiful voice, wrote a bunch of songs for my mother.
When he was dying, he said, you know what, if I hadn't married you, I wouldn't have ever married in my life. That's one of my favorite memories. He said, I love you and my family all my life. That's all I ever worked for.
There's a lot of love in this house. Every room that you look in this house, you see memories of all the sisters and brothers. The guys slept in that room and the girls were in another room, and we had 2 kitchen tables and everybody had their piece of the chicken that they liked. This house belonged to my great-grandmother, Miss Satterfield, and it was built in 1911. It's over 100 years old, and when the house was first built, this was the only house here. There was a trail that led to this house from Roxborough Street. We knew everyone in the neighborhood. No one walked through that we didn't know. And we're probably the most stable factor in this neighborhood for several miles around. The neighborhood really started changing as older people aged and they died and they left their homes to their children. And children at that time became more mobile and they left. And so they rented those properties, and you would see people walking through the neighborhood that you didn't know. And then with the infiltration of those people from those other neighborhoods came drugs. The self-help initiative, where they're rebuilding the houses in the neighborhood, families are investing in those houses. And that's great to rebuild the neighborhood, but it also has to be affordable for the people who have been here and want to remain here. When my father passed in 2002 of cancer, he wanted to make sure that the house would still stand because the family was so big and we had so many memories here that somebody would always have a place to come. We're going to be here. We're not going to sell the house. If they, come this way, and they are, or right across the street, then they'll build around us. We're going to stay. We're going to survive. We'll coexist with the new houses.